Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Summertime Tarot. For those of you who don't know, my name is Summer, okay? And so I like to start off just by saying, welcome to those of you who are new to the channel, right? If you like this video, it resonates, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one, okay? And for my subscribers who have been here, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I'm so happy that, you found your way back, okay? So this is a pick a card reading dedicated to what your shadow self is trying to tell you, right? The message from your message from your shadow self, okay? So just take a moment to sit with yourself, take a breather, connect with your intuition, that kind of thing, all right? And see what pile resonates with you the most, okay? So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, all right? The timestamps are in the description box below. I'm going to go ahead on to pile 1 and I'll see you there. If you pick pile 1, this here is the message for you. So let's go ahead and see what your shadow self has to say. Okay, so we have polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. All right. Then we have leadership. Oh, wow. Follow your dreams. Failure. Then we have temple path. Woman holding a coin. Community. And rest and rejuvenation. Along with 3 of Swords. The Page of Wands. Strength, 4 of Cups, the Emperor, okay, and then we also have here Peace and Harmony, Archangel Raguel. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. The Inner Voice, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice, and the universe has my back. Okay, so it looks like right with here, you guys seem to be in a space, right? Some of you with this Emperor here may be thinking about embarking on your own kind of journey, maybe starting a new project, starting a new venture, starting a new business, right? All of your own, right? I feel like with this 3 of Swords, you're kind of coming out of a sad space. Sorry for that if you heard that, but coming out of a sad space, coming out of a space where you may have been longing for something, feeling like you weren't getting all that you need, that something was missing, right? Could it even just be, in a space where you're feeling a little bit poopy, you're feeling like not yourself, not your best. And I feel like with this Page of Wands here, you're at a space where you're really looking for these new opportunities, these new things to kind of move you along in this new direction, right? And I feel with this 4 of Cups here, there may be, some opportunities that you are missing, right? I feel like with Follow Your Dreams here, there is a dream, a passion that you have, that you may feel you don't know enough or have enough strength, or maybe you just don't feel like you can do it, right? With this failure here, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, right? You may be really focused on failing, really afraid of failing, really afraid that if you step out, if you take this move towards your dreams, towards the things that you want, that you're going to fail, or that you're going to mess up, or that people may look at you different, right? You may be very much afraid of making that move, making those steps. And I feel like with Strength here, it's almost like your shadow self is trying to politely move you into this new direction, this space where you feel more comfortable, more grounded, more courageous within yourself, right? I feel like you may be restless. That's the word that's coming to my mind. You may be restless. You may be a bit fearful. You may be questioning yourself a lot. You could, right, with this community here, be very much reliant on possibly like the opinions or the feelings, the direction of other people. And I feel your shadow self may be like making you question people is kind of what's coming to my mind, like making you question how they feel about you in order to get you to really get more grounded, more secure within yourself, right? And not so much focused on what other people want from you or how other people feel, right? And I feel like with this temple path here, there is like guidance and love, and your spiritual team here really guiding you and protecting you, and with this inner voice really trying to get you to see yourself in a new light, I feel. But you may be questioning whether or not you can do these things. You may be questioning your own worth, questioning how you're going to get there, how you're going to make this happen. You could be so much consumed by your own fears that you're not seeing your own brilliance, your own worth, your own abilities, right? And I feel, there may be insecurities coming up in your, possibly your friend groups or in family, right? You could even be feeling like you need to cut certain people off, or like not really rocking with the same people no more. And I feel like that's both, the divine, but also like your shadow kind of trying to come in and be like, hey man, some things need to change. You need to kind of step up and like start moving in the direction you want to, and not very much focusing on, these people, how they feel, what they're doing, what they think, and really connecting with yourself, right? With this rest and rejuvenate, spending time, I wanted to say, in nature, connecting with your intuition, connecting with the divine. Make sure you're, meditating, right? Because I kind of feel like there may be a lot of bicker, like in your mind. That's kind of what's coming up, right? With this polite declaration, you may be in a space where you're like, hey guys, like your voice may be very small. That's kind of what's coming to my mind with this one. Like your voice may be small. You may not be feeling strong or feeling like you can do it, right? His eyes, they're just going around, and it is almost like you're anxious, very much worried about how people see you or what people think and how people feel and what's going to happen if I do this and what I do if I do that and that kind of thing. And it's getting you in this funk with this Four of Cups, right? And I feel like when you get in that funk, that's when your shadow kind of comes in. And I feel like your shadow is trying to come in to get you to move, to get you to see the light, right? To see your own strength, your own ability, and to get you to stop relying on others for your own direction, for your own guidance, right? And I feel you may not be listening because you're afraid of what you will hear, right? And I feel like there's feelings here that you are kind of pushing down, that you're shoving down, because you could be afraid of what those feelings mean. Like, if you feel a certain way about someone, right, you may be pushing it down because you're afraid that if you face that feeling, it's going to tell you, hey, You need to get rid of this person, that kind of thing, right? That may not be your story, but that was just an example, right? And yeah, because with this, the universe has your back. I feel like you may be really kind of, you could be like holding on to certain people or certain things, certain habits, certain fears, because you feel like, you know, that's all that you have. But with the universe has your back, it's like there is love and guidance around you, right? With this peace and harmony. Thank you for surrounding my life in harmonious light. I feel like you may get in a space where you get so kind of surrounded by darkness and fears, right? Like this image where you can't see the light. And I feel like, yeah, it's like your shadow is really very much, like I said, trying to get you to see your own light, to see just how important you are and just how able you are to create the life that you want for yourself, right? And to not be so consumed by failure, like the fear of failure, the fear of letting people down, the fear of disconnecting from people who aren't good for you, right? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what your shadow is trying to get you to see. It's trying to get you to see your own light, to see that you don't need anybody to kind of lift you up. You can lift yourself up, and you can do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? It's just a matter of you needing to connect with yourself more, needing to allow yourself to feel the feelings that you're feeling, right? But to not allow them to consume you, but to accept them and to see them for what they are, right? They're just a little speck of like what's going on around you and within your life, right? It's not you, you know? You are the light. I hope that makes sense. So follow your own light, right? It's kind of time for you to follow your own bliss, to follow your own happiness, and to listen to yourself, and to let go of your fear of failing, a fear of not being seen as good enough by other people, a fear of not, you know, becoming everything that you want to become, right? It's time to like stop letting that fear dictate how you move and or whether or not you move, right? Because you could be in a space where you're not moving because you're afraid, right? And I feel like that fear, that shadow aspect of yourself, it's almost kind of like trying to scare you to get you to move. That's kind of what I'm picking up. But I hope that made sense. Okay. That's all I have for you, Pile 1. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how this reading resonated. You know, I hope it helps you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. I'm going to go ahead on to Pile 2. So if you pick Pile 2, this here is the message for you from your shadow self. So we have: safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Okay, then we have intuition, pride, blame. It reads, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Okay, then we have angel of strength, indecision, caring connections, blossoming abundance, 3 of cups, king of wands, 6 of pentacles, ace of swords, ace of wands. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Wow, so much love here. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like for some of you, you may be like holding back when it comes to love, right? This could be in romantic love, platonic love, what have you, within your kind of loving connections, right? Because you're afraid of getting hurt. I feel like with intuition and pride, you may be allowing your own kind of fears to blind you to like the good in people is kind of what I'm getting. It's almost like you may be very untrusting of people, right? With this angel of strength, you may be holding back, not wanting to connect with people for fear that, they may double cross you, or they may not give you what you deserve, that kind of thing, right? I feel like a very much protective energy, right? Very much wanting to protect yourself from being hurt. And this could have to do with, past experiences with past relationships, right? And when I look at this, I almost get like a catty energy from these ladies here, right? So this could have been in friendships. This could have been in, romantic love connections. And I feel like with this King of Wands, this is almost like your shadow coming out, like very much like, like, no, you're not going to hurt me, right? You could be seeing very much all the bad in people is kind of what I'm getting. And you may have a hard time seeing the good. And I feel like you want to, right, with this Ace of Wands, but it's very much like you may be very much focused on all the things that could go wrong in your relationships. And it's stopping you from enjoying yourself, from having, the best time in your life, right? With this live your joy, love and accept yourself. It may be making it very hard for you to enjoy this blossoming abundance, these good things in your life, because you're very much focused on everything that could go wrong. And I feel like with this blame here, you may be putting the blame on other people. So you may be, putting it off on what other people do to you or the energy that they bring. But I feel it's almost like a reflection of your own kind of internal feelings, right? Let me kind of try and explain myself. Almost like if you meet someone, you may see them and you be like, I don't like them. I get a bad feeling from them. And it, for some people that feeling may be right, but I kind of get a lot of the times it may be because you're kind of very much closed off and you only can kind of see the bad in the person, right? And I feel it's like a need for you to see both sides, a need for you to see the good and the bad, and not just focus on what's wrong with that person or what's wrong with the situation, but to broaden your mind and to see beyond your own kind of fear is kind of what I'm getting, because you may be allowing your fear to get the better of you and keep you from connecting with people, right? I'm not saying, just be all nice to any and everybody. I'm saying, don't allow your own fears or your own kind of internal turmoil, right? Because it could be things within you that have not been completely processed yet, that you need to really release and let go of, so that you can see the good in situations and in people, right? Because you may be focusing on all the things that maybe they do that remind you of other people, and because they're they do that, you may not want to entertain them, you may not want to connect with them. But it's like almost like it's a need for you to give people a chance, but also to give yourself a chance to connect with people and to enjoy yourself, right? Because I feel like you want to, but you're holding back. And it could be because you're afraid, right? It could be because you're afraid that they're going to reject you, that they're going to see you as you're seeing them, right? Which is, for some of you, it could be you see people as, someone that can hurt you, and that's kind of stopping you from connecting with people. I feel it's like a need for you to realize, I feel with this, I am a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love, to realize that you are more than your experiences and you can experience more than what you've experienced. You can experience this love, this joy, this happiness, but if you're only tuned in and connected to that feeling, to that experience, that's all you're going to experience. Right? I feel like your shadow, like it really wants you to go out there, but it's very much like it needs you to protect yourself, right? And that doesn't mean cutting yourself off from other people. That's like setting up your boundaries. Like, this is what I will accept and this is what I will not. And it may be in the past, you weren't very good with keeping your boundaries with people, right? You may have been very much like all in and allowing things to, go without speaking your mind, or if this has to do with romantic relationships, it could have been that you weren't clear with your intentions, or they weren't clear with their intentions. So it's a need, to make sure that going forward with your relationships, that you respect your own boundaries, you respect your own intentions. So if somebody doesn't have the same intentions as you, right, make sure you cutting them off and not allowing them to like sidestep or mess up with your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Right? You can have fun, you can express love, you can accept love, but you can also protect yourself. Like this lion. Okay? But I feel like, it's a need for you to know that you are loved and that it is safe for you to love. And to really, I feel like it's a need for forgiveness, a need to release and to let go of the things that have hurt you, the people that have hurt you, and to forgive that, to forgive them, to release it. Right? Because I feel, right, if we look at this going forward, there are, so many connections and relationships that are waiting for you to give you love and to give you all this good stuff that you want, but you don't know whether or not you want to do it because you're holding back out of fear of being hurt. And I feel it's like a need for you to trust your intuition, to trust that you can sense, you can tell, right, if something is not going the way you want it. And when you do, cut it off. Okay? I hope that made sense. But that's all I have for you, Pile 2. Please let me know how this reading resonated down in the comments. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, I truly appreciate you, and I hope this message helps you in some way. Hope to see you soon. Peace out. I'm going to go ahead on to Pile 3. If you picked Pile 3, this here's the message for you from your shadow self. So let's see. We have clearing the excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. Yeah, I feel like it's really time for you to like start anew, right? And it may be some things that you're still holding on to, maybe people, places, things, ideas, mindsets, whatever it is. But it's time to kind of clear those things out, because I feel like they may be weighing you down and stopping you from moving in the direction and in the way that you want to. Okay, and then we have domestic harmony. Yeah. Environment. Wow. Yeah. And okay. So it said, so it looks like this has to do with your environment. Okay. I feel like the people in your life, even your own habits, the things that you do, the things you say. Okay. Then we have, oh, look, that came out in the reverse. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Then we have first chakra, Archangel Michael. Envy. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And walking away. Then we have Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. The Justice. Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Then we have Transformation, Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. And Express Your Creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. And Oneness is my true nature. Okay. For some of you, I feel this has to do with, so I'm picking up relationships, right? We do have the Two of Cups. I feel like this is romantic relationships. But also, I feel this has to do with, I feel some of you may be wanting to possibly start out on a new path for yourself, right? It could be you may be wanting to maybe move homes, move careers, something like that, right? But I feel with this first chakra, right, you're feeling almost like you're feeling insecure where you are, right? Or just not secure, not safe, not grounded where you are, right? And with this envy, it's like you want something else. You want something beyond what you currently have. But I feel like with this fifth chakra, you're not speaking up for yourself. You're not holding on to your own truth. You may be focusing on other people's truths, what other people think, what other people say, that kind of thing. You could be focusing on other people's past, their ideas, what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with this loneliness, it's a need for you to connect with, I feel, new people, new ideas, right? Because it could be you're in a space where you're just restless. You need something new, right? You need to express yourself in a new way. You need to do different things. You need to make new connections with new people, with new environments, with new places. And it's like, for some of you, right, this could be relationships that may not be giving to you everything that you want, everything you desire, everything you deserve. And you may be having a hard time, cutting some people off, cutting some things off, walking away from certain situations. Because I kind of almost feel with this loneliness and oneness is my true nature, that you may be feeling very disconnected from yourself, right? And from the divine also, right? With the loneliness, you may be feeling like you're just like unworthy of the things that you want. And it's stopping you from starting anew, starting afresh, letting go of the things that you have now, right? Because when you feel like you can't create anything new, you can't have anything better, of course you're going to want to hold on to what you have, and possibly even, feel a little bit envious of the people who have better or different things than you, right? But I feel like it's a need for you to walk away from that mindset that you can't transform, you can't create something new, you can't do better than what you're doing. Right? It's time for you to really, I feel like, see your worth, to see yourself for all the good and all the grandiosity, all the good that you are, you know what I mean? And I feel like really stop trying to like make yourself better, to be better, to do better, right? Because it's like the mentality behind that I'm picking up is that you don't feel you're good enough. You don't feel that you're worthy. So it's like, oh, I can't get this until I become this or I do that. And that's not the truth. You're already worthy, right? And that's the mindset that needs to be brought into you, I feel. Because when you're at a space, right, with this Queen of Pentacles where you don't feel worthy, of course, there aren't going to be any like new ideas, new avenues, new things popping up in your path because you've kind of cut yourself off from them. So it's a need for you to walk away from this feeling like you're unworthy, feeling like you can't have better, you can't do better, you can't be better. And to connect with people, places, and things that make you see your worth and that bring more joy, more happiness, more connectedness to your life, to where, right, what's coming to my mind is those that poster that you see in like elementary schools with the pencils. They're all sharpened and then one of them is like kind of dull, and it's like surround yourself with the people you want to be like or something like that. It's like that. It's like needing to change your environment, to connect with people, places, and things that you kind of want to be. You know what I mean? Right? So if there's somebody here with this envy that you look up to or want to be like, it's time for you to kind of make connections with them, connect with them, see life through their eyes, right? Start thinking like them, maybe even start picking up their habits, right? So you can, create more for yourself, but it kind of starts with your mindset, starts with your idea of yourself, right? If you don't think you're worthy of all the things you want, of course it's going to be hard for you to create it. But like with this oneness is my true nature, you are connected to all the things that you already want right here, right now. And it's time for you to start seeing it that way, right? Because once you start seeing your connection to everything that is, that means, okay, I'm connected to the sun, I'm connected to the grass, right? I'm connected to the rain, and like all these things, right? Like the trees, the grass, everything just kind of comes naturally to them, right? It's time for you to kind of get in that energy where things kind of come naturally. You don't have to force, you don't have to fight, you don't have to feel like it's never going to come, because it is. Okay, I hope that made sense. But that's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope this reading helped you in some way. Please let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out.